What can I say? I don't know what to say. All I know is PMP. Berserker. PMP. It's dynamite. Yes, it is. AC/DC was not wrong. This knife is brutal. Come on, man. Give it to me. So I'm handling this with, I should probably put some damn gloves on it. Swear to God, here it goes. This is as good as it's going to look. It is, and it's already starting to lose it here. I Windexed it, I promise you, at least for the pictures. And then I handled it. So there goes the ano. This one is a blue anodized Berserker from PMP Knives. And, you know, I don't really know about everything all the time. I know that's a shock. I know you're surprised to hear that. But no, I don't. And so when Tony said, what do you think of that Berserker? It's like, I don't know, Direware met Medford Praetorian and they had a love child or something, you know. Bad Boy is what they had. And then somebody said, no, that baby actually fell in love with a Riot Fallout. And they had a child, and this is the child. So we've been getting into the DNA of everything. Oh my God. People, just everybody's a comedian these days. But this is PMP. Yes, they sell them on Blade HQ. Yes, they sell them through White Mountain Knives, and that's where you need to get it, because you need to go on eBay where White Mountain Knives has these listed. That's where I got mine. You know why? Well, because Blade HQ is $249 is the price. White Mountain Knives is $249 or best offer. Okay? And the OBO is working. Okay, so I got this for less than $249. Let's just say that. Okay, so that's worth doing. It's worth doing. And Justin at White Mountain Knives, yes, he's a bartering fool. Yes, he is. And I got this one from him. I was so happy to get it because it's some crazy, crazy cool. You know what? The heck with this. Hold on. I'm going to mess up this knife. See what I'm doing? I'm going to mess it up. Because let's see if we can get this the real color. See? It's coming out. So all you need is a little. This is not actually Windex. This is that glass clamp. I use it on my motorcycle because it doesn't have ammonia in it. And maybe ammonia would be better with this knife, actually, than a non-ammonia kind. But you got to get the crap off of it. And I probably just made it worse. In any case, so this is the blue. And so is the pocket. Whatever. In any case, working on it. Now, this is wet. But in any case, there's a guy. Oh, and it comes in a great box. We'll get to that later. There's a guy named Patrick, and I found their site, and I'll give you the link to their Facebook and their Instagram and all that. And there's an actual PMP Knives. I think it's a Chinese site because I think it's .ch. So it's this PMP-knives.ch. Didn't, I went on there, it was okay, but really it was more interesting on their Facebook page. And on eBay, when I went back and forth with Justin on getting this Berserker, because it is such a good looking knife. Look at that fuller on both sides. This is a brutal knife. Although, it's not like 5 or 6 millimeter blade stock. I think it's just 4. So it's 4. It's 0.157 of an inch. So that'd be 4. Yeah, 4 millimeters. Here, yikes. Yikes. It's a little fatter. It's 14 millimeters, which is 0.55 inches. That's really not that fat. Okay. I thought it was maybe a little bit more than that, but no. So it's not that overly fat, but it's a big old dog, isn't it? Oh, I just was really drawn to this. Yeah, I like the Medford Praetorian. And I've fantasized about spending the $600 to get one, but this was $249 or best offer. So yes, this works for me a lot better. And I took it apart. Yes, of course. And it was stupid to do so, but let me show you my stupidity. There's a pocket clip, there's all the little screws, and there's the pivot hardware. Of course, you have a steel washer here and here where the bearings come in contact with the titanium. That's a no-no, so you got the steel washers. Otherwise, it comes in contact with the blade, which is steel, so no harm, no foul. Multi-row bearings, may I say. And look at the skeletonized insides of the liners. What do you think about that? Now you got these little tubes that go through that are threaded internally that go through the back spacer, and so you got screws on both sides which screw in. So sometimes you can start unscrewing a screw and it'll turn on this side because that tube's around. So you might have to hold the little Torx wrench in there while you unscrew from whatever side. And I took it apart from this side. Obviously, there is no opening. There's just their logo. On this side, it's a number 8, and I think these were a number 8. In fact, you know what? I'm lying to you. I think this might be a number 10. And I think I was shocked about how big that was. That's a number 10, and I think these are number 8 all through here. I mean, it was something else. It was like, whoo, what do I need? Normally, this is a number 8, and these are number 6s. But no, not on this one. You can see the over travel stop through here. Big old lock bar insert. Lockup is around 25%. No more than that, I'd say. I like the blue. If it's big, it's blue and it's got bearings. Hello. That's what I always get jabbed by. Sly Tech is his name on YouTube. So he's always giving me a hard time. But it's true. If it's big, it's blue, and it's got bearings. Like the Anno. Yeah, of course I do. So yes, that's cool. I like this design. I like this big old pocket clip. This kind of rounded lobe. Look at that. Okay? The only thing is it's not real springy. This is not real springy. I did slide it in my pocket and slide it out because there's really nothing in here to really snag the lip of your pocket. But I'm not sure but what it was a two-handed slide in because I was tightening the lip of my pants pocket to get this to slide over it because this is a little stiff, okay? Right there. In any case, it's easy to disengage, even though you don't have much of a pass-through here, do you? But it's okay. It's a contoured scale. Look at that. Okay, it's thicker here than it is out at the edges. And so when the edges get thinner, it does hit your thumb right there because it's not as fat and round. So yeah, but nah, it's a fairly stiff lock bar. It's not real easy to push aside, but it's not that difficult either. So it's kind of on a little stiffer side, but not ridiculous. The flipper tab is a big old lobe, isn't it? No jimping on it. but really easy. This doesn't have a lot of detent. See? So it's about a 5.5. The thing is, the bearings are so good. And you know what? They look like ceramic bearings in there. Multi-row ceramic. So it floats on them pretty good. That's pretty easy action right there. Yeah. Not real stiff detent, but it's not going to fall out or anything, you know. But wow, that's smooth. That's nice. And you know, when I put it back together, I wiped everything down, put a little bit of nano lube on there, but it was pretty good right out of the box. But I think it's just getting smoother with time. You think this thing weighs some stuff? I mean, even when they milled out the inside of the scales, oh my God. Just get it from White Mountain Knives. That's all I'm saying. I mean, because he kind of bent over for me a little bit, maybe more than he should have, and I appreciate that. But I've bought a lot of Best Tech knives and stuff from him, so, you know, you establish a relationship, and then you go forward, and he's always been a prince. So, 7.8 ounces. How many EDC knives is that equal to? Oh my God, that's a heavy chunk of change. But it's a beast. You want a beast? You know you need a beast. I want a beast, I know that. 7.8 ounces? Hell yeah. Bam. Okay, let's get something to compare it to. Oh crap, where are you? Okay. How about the Benchmade? Okay, that's a full-size grip. It's not a whole lot different. Okay, let's flip it around. I think we're going to make the grip look smaller now. There you go. The Beast. And that's a full-size grip. Okay, where is my... Oh, there it is. My Mannix. Got to go that. I got to get me a Spyderco Para 2 back. Hollywood took off to Sweden. He's gone, so I don't have a Para 2 anymore. Okay, so, yeah, that's, you know, this is an 8-inch knife. Not quite 3.5-inch blade. Flip it around. Not looking so tremendous now. So let's put the tape to it, okay? Because aspect ratio changes. A little tough to compare sometimes. So it's not quite a 3 3/4-inch blade, 3 5/8. Now, if you laid a ruler down at the base like a lot of reviewers do, you know, then it's going to look like it's almost a 4-inch blade. But it's not. But, I mean, you could call it 3 3/4. And probably 95 millimeter. 8 5/8. So it's bigger than 8.5. That's a pretty good size knife. 22 centimeters. You know, when you get above 20.5, 21, you're starting to get to a decent size. And this is, yeah, 22. That's pretty good size. It's a meaty, it's a heavy mother. Can you imagine if they didn't excavate the interior of those scales, so they didn't mill out any, skeletonize, how much this thing would weigh? Because this is a lot of real estate this way, top to bottom, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, put the ruler there. It's 2 inches. You know, it's 2 inches from the flipper tab to the top. That's pretty tall. Most knives are around 1 1/4, maybe 1 1/2. So that's a lot of real estate front and back in your pocket. I mean, this pocket clip it's a kind of a big old lump of craziness. I like it because I like the contours. I like how smooth it looks. But it's not terribly, you know, it's not terribly practical necessarily. You know, like this is, or maybe like this is. Here's, you know, your standard deal. But this is all kinds of different. But, you know, I really like this design. This is an Italian design, by the way. I will tell you his name if I can remember it. So Patrick is the owner. He lives in Switzerland. And Carlo Maria Massa is one of his friends, and he's the guy that designed it. And they're looking to come out with another knife called The Beast. You need to go. I'll give you the link in the description box. Go in there and look on their Facebook page. Look for The Beast. And there is actually a YouTube video on The Beast. It's not in English, of course. God forbid it be in English. That thing is devastating. It's devastating. It's devastatingly wonderful. Like this one, you think this is a beast? Oh, this is not the beast. The beast is the beast. This is the Berserker. Oh my God. It's just, it keeps getting better. And yes, me like big knife. And this one's pretty cool. Oh, well, will it be a knife? Well, I don't know. I'm going to tell you, though. Come on, man. So, yes, it's pretty sharp. Actually, I got a long story to tell you. And that is, I took this knife apart, like I showed you, but when I did, see this, how this is stacked with this backspacer? This is really tight tolerance in here. So I undid the screws, and I undid this, and I just thought, I'm going to lift that scale off. Wrong. Wrong. Did not happen. It's like I couldn't lift it up off of here because the tubes that go, act as, go through the spacers, they are really pressed in there. I mean, they're right there, tolerance-wise. So it's not just going to lift right off like loosey-goosey or anything. So I had to do a little, get the screwdriver in there, start kind of lifting, going across there to pull that out. Ooh, so if you take yours apart, be careful because you can damage the insides of these scales if you take a metal screwdriver tip and you start prying, or you get between here and that outer scale and you start trying to pop it off like I did. Yeah, you're going to get a couple of little dinks. And what I did is I tried, I was not paying attention and the blade swung back in here and I was so preoccupied, I touched the edge of the blade with the metal screwdriver tip a little hard. And so I dinked my blade. And so I had to put it on the KME and resharpen this, which I did. And I did look at a couple of videos on how to do the tanto because I'd never done a tanto before, but I did it. I got through it and it's sharp. So it lived. I don't have like the 3,000 grit or 4,000 grit. So this is not going to be like super shiny, but it's a working edge. Comes in a box. And this is really cool because this is, this pouch, I don't know if you call it a box or a pouch. It's a real hard pouch. So it's kind of a hard case, and it looks carbon fiber-ish. But I thought this was real attractive. I like this. Open it up. Here's where your knife goes, believe it or not. And there's what the knife slipped into, and it goes into a microfiber pouch. So that protects it in that mesh enclosure there, okay? So then, what do you got here? Another cloth. What do you got here? PMP knives. And there you go. 22 centimeters. 95 millimeter blade length. So that's what they're saying too. So that confirms that. Multi-row bearing system, as we saw, and the designer, made in September, 150 grams. That is a filthy lie. Well, come on, man. I will call you out, Patrick, on that. He's going to watch this. So that is not 150 grams. I don't know where you got that. Right? Am I having flashbacks again? Shouldn't have done all them drugs in college. But I'm just saying, that's not 150 grams. I don't know. I don't remember adding anything to it when I put it back together. So, just saying. Negatory there. That's why we weigh them. That's why we measure them. I know it sounds kind of crazy and to get the tape out and everything when you can just flash the specs up on the screen. But if you just take the specs and you flash them up on the screen, somebody's going to buy this knife saying, it's moderate. It's 150 grams. It's not that bad. 220, really? So, over 7 ounces. Under 8? What a great deal. You like that grind? Probably not the slicer champion, but probably could do some piercing. Got this swedge. It's unsharpened, runs down here, but you got this amount of material coming out here reinforcing that tip. I saw it because Tony stuck my nose in it and said, you need to check this out. I mean, he just asked me a question like, what do you think about that Berserker? It's like, what do you thought I knew something about it? I didn't know anything until he brought it to my attention. So it's kind of like, you got to grab me by the hand, lead me over there. See, here you go, LTK. This is the knife. Give me a link. So, yeah, and now here it is. And so this will be interesting to see what PMP Knives does going forward. But they're here. They're being sold by American retailers. So it's Maxace, right? Maxace manufactures this knife. That's what the owner of PMP Knives told me in his email to me. So, Maxace, should have said that earlier, but Maxace, Stedman, PMP, who knows? All I got to say is this went back together really well, centered right up. Yeah. See? No lock rock, no blade play. Of course, I put it back together. It's not going to have any blade play. No lock rock. Centered right back together. So it was really solid when I put this back together. I mean, there was no goop. There was no thread locker. None of that. When I took this apart. Pretty straightforward. It really wasn't. There was no, debris and, smudge and grunge or anything in there to clean up. It was pretty clean inside. So, good in that respect. Oh, man. I don't know. This is, it's a good little knife. It really is. Good little knife. Beast of a knife is what it is. But, I'm loving this because I like these. I really do. I'm always a sucker for this kind of thing. And, I'm probably not I'm probably not the person that's most fond in the world of a Tanto type blade, but this thing is begging for it. I mean, this thing is begging for it, or maybe a chisel end or something, because this is just the bad boy personality of this knife. It's got to do something like that. Very, very clean, good design though. I mean, really, the lines, you got a little space right back here where you can see the back of that. Other than that, there's really good flow to this, right? All the way around, really kind of smooth, rounded. It's almost like you sculpted this out of wet clay or something. It's just so smooth. I really like that. I'm liking that pocket clip. It's like cartoonish in a way and really artsy in another way. And you've got all this machining through here. Up through here. So it's not just a plain slab. It's a contoured titanium scale that's got machining. It's really smooth. It's stone washed. You can get this in the regular silver or blue. And maybe you'd rather have it in silver so you don't have to do the Windex to it. But to me, not a problem. I mean, there are just some colors when you anodize titanium that they wash out fairly easy with a lot of handling. But I mean, it always comes back to, when you clean it up with like warm soap and water or Windex or what have you. Feels good in the hand. It really flips really smooth. But yeah, it feels good. You know, have you figured this out? No choil, really, huh? Yeah, and I had to weather that when I did this on my system. So I'm coming right up against here. And yeah, it's not the best, is it? I mean, it's nice to have a choil. Some people will go ahead and add one, you know. So you can do that if you're handy. I'm not, and I didn't want to modify the knife before I did a review on it. So, no. Would it be nice if it had one? Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. It would be, actually. I don't think it would hurt at all. It would make it better. But does it need jimping on this flipper tab? No, not really. Wouldn't hurt if they had it, but it doesn't really hurt that it doesn't. It's really easy to flip, to break it loose, because the detent's not that incredibly strong. Yeah, it fits well together. I can tell the machining, and you know, it's pretty good precision machine work done on this knife. Well, Maxace, Stedman, I mean, you know, come on. They're good quality knives that are well received in the U.S. I've got a Maxace. I got that Red Queen. Wow, that's incredible. And the Assassins, you know, and just, you know, Halictus, all that kind of stuff. Just great knives. So this is in that fine tradition as far as the technology, the machinery, the place of origin, you know, so. Just comes back down to the design, and I really dig it. I do. I like this knife, really do. And I like the price. I didn't think that was too out of bounds. I really didn't, because it was closer to the $200 level than the $250 that I bought this one at. I heard one guy say, "Oh, I offered him, I can't remember what it was, $220 or $210, and he took it." And he goes, "Maybe I should have offered him $190. I don't know." So whatever you want to do, but go to, and I will give you the link to White Mountain Knives on eBay, because if you go to their site, they don't have these listed. It was weird. So they have them on eBay, and I don't know how many more they're going to have on eBay. Okay, so if you miss on that, I'm giving you the link to his seller site on eBay. You can always message him through that site, or go to whitemountainknives.com. I'll give you the link to that, and you can talk to him, to Justin, through that. Email him and ask him when he's going to get more, if he runs out or whatever. But whew, what do you think? That's pretty. That's just pretty. Pretty beastly. Ugh. All right, I'm going to let you go. We've had enough fun. We got all kinds of stuff that came with this, but I'm really digging this case. I'm digging that all day long. Really love it. It's good. It's all good in the neighborhood. Stay with us. We've got table sales that come and go. If you want to be on the advanced notice list for table sales and be able to buy knives before the table sale goes public, email me. If you want to be in our knife pass around group, email me. Otherwise, Trader's Corner, if you want to put knives up on Trader's Corner, you can do it through the comment section. It's the 10th of every month. Or you can email me with your list of knives that you want to trade, buy, or sell. That kind of thing. Because you know what we do around here. What do? We love them knives. So stay sharp.